Hi, a pleasant day to each and everyone. Welcome again to this discussion and reporting. Today, I will continue the part 2 of the softball game rules. Today, we will discussing the 5 and 5, 6, 7, 8 rules of this game, the softball game. So, let's proceed. Okay. Rule number 5. Okay. In rule number 5, this is stated here the games or the proper of the games. Okay. Now, the first on the list is choice of turns at bat. Okay. What is this choice of turn at bat? Okay. The choice of the first or last bat in the inning shall be decided by a toss of coin. Okay, unless or otherwise stated in the rules of the organization under which the schedule of the game is being played. Okay. Like with the other games, bago mag-start ang mga games, to start or to officially start the game is either or most commonly na ginagawa is toss of coin. Okay. Okay, this game of the softball is toss of coin din ang ginagawa nila. Either magpili man sila ng kasi sa ibang game ba halimbawa magpili sila ng court or save, parang ganun. Sa kanila dito is to start the game is tossing of coin din. So, let me proceed. Regulation of a game. Okay. A regulation game shall consist of 7 innings. Okay, letter A. A full 7 innings need not be played if the team second at bat score more run in 6. Okay. Inning or before the third out, the last of the 7th inning. 7th inning. Okay. A game that is tied at the end of the 7th inning shall be continued by playing additional inning or until one side has scored more runs than the other side or at the end of the complete inning. So, or until the team second at the bat has scored more runs in their half third out is made. Okay, let's proceed. Okay. Now, we will identify now how or paano ba nananalo dito sa game na ito. Okay. Winners of the game. The winner of the game shall be the team that scores more runs in the regulation game. Okay, yon. Doon natin ma-identify kung sino ang mananalo dito sa game na ito, which is we will identify the winners by the team who committed na maraming runs. So, the score of a called regulation game shall be scored at the end of the last complete inning unless the team second at the bat scored more runs than the first team at the bat in the incomplete inning. In this case, the score shall be that of the incomplete inning. Second one, the score of regulation tie game shall be the tie score when the game was terminated. A regulation tie game shall be replayed from the beginning. Okay, letter C. The score of the four-tied game shall be 7-0 in favor of the team not at fault. Okay, ganon ma-determine ang winner ng game na ito. Okay, next is run ahead rule. Okay, what is run ahead rule? A run ahead rule shall be used at all tournaments and championship. Okay, number 1, there are certain players lamang na dito sa run ahead rules. Okay. Okay, 15 or runs after 3 innings, 10 run after 4-hour innings, or 7 run after 5 innings. Okay, let's proceed to tiebreaker. What is this tiebreaker? Starting with the top of the 8th inning, and each half inning thereafter, the offensive team shall begin its turn at the bat with the player who is scheduled to bat 9th. Okay, the 10th in SP and 11th in SP with an EP, or 12th in co-ED-SP with ESP or EPS or EP. So next is the player who is running can be substituted in accordance with the substitution rules. Okay, note, if an incorrect runner is the lineup is placed on second base, this error may be corrected as soon as it is noticed or there is no penalty. Okay, now how we scoring the runs. Okay, scoring of runs. 1 run shall be scored each time a runner regularly touches first. Okay. Second, third base and home plate before the third out of the inning. Okay. Exception. When the tiebreaker is used, the runner starting at second base does not have to touch first base is ordered for a legal run to be scored. Okay, letter B. A run shall not be scored if the third and or last out of the inning is a result of. Okay, what is the batter runner being put out before illegal touching first base. Okay, next is a runner being forced out due to the batter becoming a batter or a runner. Okay, the runner failed to keep contact with the base to which he is entitled until a pitch is released. Okay, now we proceed to the rule number 6. Rule number 6 is about the pitching regulation or fast pitch only. Okay, starting the pitch. Okay, what is this starting the pitch? The start pitch or the pitch start when the one hand is taken off the ball or the pitcher makes any motion that is part of the wind up. Okay, legal delivery. The pitcher must not make any motion to pitch without immediately delivering the ball to the batter. Okay, next, the pitcher must not use a pitching motion in which after having the ball in both hands in the pitching position, he moves one hand from the ball, takes a backward or forward swing, and returns the ball to both hand in front of the body. So, yun po yung pitching nila. Okay. Defensive position. Okay. Defensive position is when the pitcher shall not deliver a pitch unless all defensive players except the catcher, who must be in the catcher's box, are positioned in fair territory. Okay, next is a fielder shall not take a position in the batter line of vision or with deliberate, unsportsmanlike intent, act in manner to distract the batter. Parang mga ganun. Okay. Next or note. Take note of this. A pitch does not have to be released. The offending player shall be ejected from the game. Okay. With a run on the third base, trying to score by means of squeeze play or steal, no defensive player may stop on or in front of home plate without the ball or touch the batter or bat. Okay. Now is foreign substance. Okay. A foreign substance is no member of the defensive team shall at any time during the game or be permitted to use. Okay. Any foreign substance on the ball or a pitcher who licks his fingers must wipe off his fingers before making contact with the ball. Okay. The catcher must remain within the catcher box until the pitch is released. Okay, shall return the ball directly to the pitcher after each pitch, including after a foul ball. Okay, take note of this. An additional ball shall be awarded to the batter. Okay. Now is the throwing to a base. Okay. What is the throwing to the base? The pitcher, after he has taken the pitching position, shall not throw a base during a live ball while his foot is in contact with the pitcher's plate. If the throw from the pitcher's plate occurs during a live ball appeal play, the appeal play is cancelled. Now, we proceed to intentional baseballs. Okay. Intentional baseballs, if the offensive or defensive team desires to have an intentional base on balls awarded to a batter, either the pitcher or catcher or the coach may do not may do so by notifying the plate umpire who shall award the batter first base. Okay, now is the warm-up pitchers. Okay, who is this warm-up pitchers? At the beginning of the first inning for both teams, or when the pitcher relieves another, or not more than 1 minute, may be used to deliver not more than 5 pitchers to the catcher or another team member. Okay, no pitch shall be declared when, ito mga dapat, the pitcher pitches during a suspension of play. Ganun, madadapay ko kapag walang pitch. Then, the pitcher attempts a quick return of the ball. Okay, walang pitch kapag ganon. Okay, drop ball. If the ball slips from the pitcher's hand during his delivery, a ball is declared on the batter, and the ball will remain in play, and the runners may advance on their own risk. Okay, now is the illegal pitcher. A pitcher who has been declared an illegal pitcher as a result of ito mga dapat. Okay, matatawagan or you will be considered as illegal pitcher if you meet this regulation. The team exceeding the charged defensive conference limit. Okay, or pitching with excessive speed may not return to the pitching position at any time for the remainder of the game. Okay. Now, we proceed to rule number 7, which is all about the batting. Okay. On the deck batter. Okay, this is all about the batting, ha? On the deck batter or on the deck batter. Letter A. At the start of an inning is the lead-off batter, who must remain in his on-deck circle until called to the batter's box. Okay. Once an inning has started, is the offensive player who is in the batting lineup is the next player to enter the batter's box. Okay. May take a position within either or deck circle, so he is behind the batter and not on the batter's open side. Okay. Ito yung mga batting nila. Okay, batting order, batting position, a strike is called by the umpire. Ganun po yun siya. So, yan po yung mga batting. So, also, ball is called by the umpire. Okay, ito na naman. For each legal pitch ball that does not enter the strike zone or touches the ground before reaching home plate and is not swung at. Touches home plate and which is the batter does not swing. Okay. Also, we have here the batter is out. The batter is out. There's also note, the batter is also ejected from the game when the batter enters the batter's box with or is discovered using an illegal bat. Okay, that is stated in section 6BC. The bat is removed from the game. Okay, now the last rule for this discussion is the rule number 8, which is about the batter, runner, and runner. Okay, the batter becomes a batter runner when he legally hits a fair or foul ball, and when hit catcher fails to catch the third strike before the ball touches the ground and there are less than 2 outs and first base is unoccupied, or there are 2 outs. This is known as the third strike rule. Okay, the batter runner is out. Yun po. This rule is all about the runners and the batters. Okay. The batter runner is not out. Okay. Paano naman natin malalaman kung ang batter runner is not out? When a fielder make a play on a batter runner while using an illegal glove. Okay, yun siya. That is effect on section 3. The manager of the offended team has the option of affecting the result of the play, or having the player resume batting or assume the ball and strike count prior to the pitch, with the other runner returned to the base held at the time of the pitch. Okay, next is runners are entitled to advance with liability to be put out. Okay, that is effect on section 5A. The ball is in play. Yan po siya. Next is a runner forfeit his exemption from the liability to be put out. Also, runners are entitled to advance without liability to be put out. Okay. And runner must return to his age or to his base. Okay. Okay, dito tayo sa ano. A runner forfeit his exemption from liability to be put out. Okay. If at any time he fails to touch a base, he is entitled to before attempting to make the next base. Yun siya. And runners are entitled to advance without the liability to be put out. When forced to vacate a base because to the batter was awarded a base on balls. Yun siya. Okay, now is we also have a runners is out and the runners is not out. Or these rules we will identify if ang runners ba is out and the runner is not out. Okay. So much to discuss. Okay, so this will end our rule number 5 to the rule number 8. So thank you for listening, and I hope you learn from this report. So abangan lang po yung part 3 ng this report, which is I will discussing the rule number 9 to rule number 12 of this game, which is the softball game. So thank you for listening.